Hello everyone, this is Crypto BitLaw back with another blockchain legal brief for you today. And today we're going to be discussing Russia's central bank's push for a crypto ban despite Putin's embrace of cryptocurrency and his call for a compromise regarding cryptocurrency regulation. So before we dive in, if you enjoy this content, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. And also, if you'd like, you can follow us on Twitter. Our handle is @CryptoBitLaw. So before we dive in, this story is twofold. It has to deal with the divide between the Russian central bank and other government agencies regarding how crypto should be treated and regulated, and the push from the Russian bank to roll out its digital ruble. But we'll start with the divide between the bank and the rest of the government as it pertains to crypto regulations. CoinDesk reports that Russian central bank and government are no closer to crypto compromise, according to a report. The government and the central bank decided instead to formalize their disagreements. They say, Russia's central bank and government are seemingly no closer to an agreement on the regulation of cryptocurrencies, a sign of how wide the spread between their positions remains, even after a document last week sets out plans to legitimize the asset class. Bank of Russia Governor Elvira Nabiullina met with Finance Minister Anton Solovnov and Deputy Prime Minister Dmitry Grigorenko on Tuesday and failed to reach an agreement, Bloomberg reported, citing people familiar with the talks. Instead, they decided to formalize their disagreements, Bloomberg said. Last week, the government published a document setting out its intention to regulate cryptocurrencies. That plan appeared to have the support of the central bank, a turnaround from its earlier position calling for a complete ban. President Vladimir Putin in January had called for them to find a compromise so the country doesn't lose potential benefits to the economy from the, quote, competitive advantages it holds in the mining industry due to its surplus of electricity. Russia ranks third in the world in Bitcoin mining. Law enforcement agencies are concerned they can't adequately approach crimes involving crypto, the document published last week said. In January, the Bank of Russia called cryptocurrencies a threat to financial stability and rife with fraud and banning cryptocurrency trading and mining in the country. So, that's just kind of a general overview as to where these two parties are in their stance on how to approach and regulate cryptos. And as a corollary to that, we could see over here, Cointelegraph reports that the digital ruble trial goes live as Bank of Russia insists on Bitcoin ban. The Bank of Russia reports on the first digital ruble tests as planned, but continues to fight against Bitcoin adoption. And I think that this is the buried lead in that situation. It's the fact that the central bank is so adamant about having a crypto ban or not regulating digital assets so that they could instead put out this competing product, which is the digital ruble or a CBDC, which, if effectuated, would establish and further the central bank's hegemony over the digital asset landscape. It states, amid more reports on the Bank of Russia rejecting the finance ministry's proposal of cryptocurrency regulation, the central bank has kicked off trials of its own digital currency. The Russian central bank has officially launched the digital ruble trial, successfully completing the first central bank digital currency, or CBDC, transfer among citizens, the Bank of Russia announced Tuesday. The launch aligns with the bank's plans to debut the first digital ruble transactions in early 2022. 3 banks out of the 12 financial institutions in the digital ruble pilot group have already integrated the CBDC platform, with 2 of them completing a, quote, full cycle of digital ruble transfers between clients using mobile banking applications, the bank said. The first stage of testing will see users open wallets on the digital ruble platform via a mobile application, as well as convert non-cash fiat into CBDC and transact using the latter tokens. At the second stage, the bank plans to test digital ruble as payment for goods and services, as well as other potential implementations related to smart contracts and interaction with the Fed Treasury. In the future, the central bank also plans to introduce digital ruble payments in offline mode and to provide the opportunity of conducting transactions by non-resident customers, the announcement notes. Olga Skorobogabova, Bank of Russia's first deputy governor, stated that the digital ruble is, quote, a new opportunity for citizens, businesses, and the state, adding that such transactions will be free and available in any region of the country. The Bank of Russia also pointed out that the digital ruble will be unique as it will be accessible via a mobile application of any bank that serves the client. The Bank of Russia's announcement comes amid local reports claiming that the Bank of Russia has officially opposed the finance ministry's crypto-friendly regulation concept introduced on February 8th. In a press conference on February 11th, Bank of Russia Governor Elvira Nabiullina declared that the authority will continue fighting against the adoption of crypto in Russia by all means, stating, quote, we will spare no effort to convince the government and go into more detail about our arguments because we see significant risks. I'm counting on common sense here. So yeah, as we stated earlier, this is just further evidence of the dichotomy between where certain individuals in the government, like Putin and other government agencies, and even private business in Russia, stands with regards to current cryptocurrencies and digital assets as opposed to the central bank. On the one hand, you've got Putin, who recognizes the opportunity for innovation and being a leader in this space, and all of the different benefits that the country could have because of that, as opposed to the banking system, the central banks wanting to establish their dominance over digital assets. And so there's really this bifurcation between these two players where you have these different interests aligned. And I can't help but feel that, certain individuals within, the oligarchic establishment of Russia favor continuing the CBDCs, or continuing fiat's hegemony, traditional finance's hegemony over digital assets in the form of a CBDC, as opposed to those individuals who are involved in the innovation in terms of mining and blockchain development. They're pretty much diametrically opposed, and it's interesting to see that this is where we stand now, as compared to previously when the Russian bank came out and said that it was going to walk back their opposition to crypto. Here, it seems like they have a change of heart and they're changing their tune. They're like, hey, no, we're going to fight against this by all means necessary, because it proposes significant risks. And we're going to, spare no effort to convince the government to ban crypto. So I think it's interesting to see how this is going to play out. A very interesting development. And yeah, ultimately, only time will tell. But I have a feeling, an inkling that I think ultimately there's going to be some sort of compromise. They're not going to outright ban crypto transactions and mining. They are going to release their CBDC, but crypto and digital assets won't be as free, if you will, in Russia. There's going to be significant regulations put down on them as opposed to a full-out ban. So that pretty much wraps this up. As always, if you enjoyed this, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video.